Okay, please confirm if screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay then. So let's do a quick recap about the previous session. We were discussing about the relational operators. So it is used to compare a specific column values with a specific condition in the query, right? And you can use the relational operator between one minute. So by using the var class, you can use the relational operators. This is one of the examples that we have seen. When you want to compare the salary information with a specific value, like you can retrieve, you can do that by using the relational operators. For example, if you want to find the salary greater than a specific value, the list of employees whose salaries are greater than the specific value would be displayed, would be retrieved, I can say, right? And also you can retrieve data of employees who joined just before a specific date. You can give the date value. So this is the example. So before, for example, if you want to find the list of employees who joined before 2020, ideally you need to find the exact first day in 2020 and the last day in the 2020. So if you want to find before 2020, you need to consider this value. If you want to find after 2020, you need to consider this value. 31 December 2020. You need to consider this value. And we have seen some examples, and we have also seen about the not equal to operator, right? When you want to find a specific information which is not equal to the specific column value, the other information, the remaining information except for this specific value will be displayed. And we have seen about AND operator or not operator, right? We know what is the truth table for AND operator, and we want to combine two conditions. You can combine that by using the AND operator. In this case, if both the conditions are true, then the rows will be retrieved, and you can get the rows retrieved. And also you have seen the OR operator. At least if one condition matches, then you get the row data, right? And what else we have seen? We have seen some queries. And not operator also we have seen. The condition that is not matching, okay, remaining except for that not matching condition, the remaining row data will be retrieved. So today we are supposed to discuss about the set operators. Okay, let's start that. Set operators. Let me take actually you might have seen this concept during your school days, right? If I take a set like a equal to something, okay, let me take few numbers inside a set a equal to, this is how a set can be represented, right? So you can have some values inside your set. Let me take a 10, 20, 30. This is the set a, okay? And I am taking another set which is of b. Inside this set B, I am going to have some values. Okay? Let it be like 30, 40, and 50. So I have two sets here, right? I can do a lot of operation by using these two sets. So there is a set A and there is a set B. I can perform the union operation. When I say A union B, I say A union B. Okay, so I want to perform the union operation between A and B. Between A and B. What would be the what would be the values that I get when I perform the union operation? Okay, I get all the values except for what? Except for the duplicate, right? I can see 10, 20, 30 here, and in this set B I can see 30, 40, 50 here, except for this duplicate. Okay, duplicates will be removed and the output is going to be without duplicates, and these two sets will be combined, right? 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. And if you combine these two set values, there are totally 6 values. But when you see the output, you see only 5 values. Why you will see only 5 values? A union B says, okay, all the values will be combined and the duplicates are removed. This is the what? This is how the union operation works. When I say A union B, duplicates will be removed and the two sets will be combined together to form a resultant single set. This is a mathematical example. This same mathematical analogy we will be applying in the Oracle SQL. The same mathematical analogy will be applied for the set operators in the Oracle SQL. Okay. Now this is what the union is. When I say union, this is what happens. Mathematically, this is how it works mathematically. When I say union all, A, U, L, okay, B. Right? Now this time, the union all is not similar to union. Okay, union all is an operator which is going to combine two sets. Which is going to combine two sets, no matter if the duplicates exist. Which means the resultant value is always going to be the combination of number of values in the A sets plus number of values in the B sets. No matter, even if duplicates are there, those duplicates will never be eliminated. So the resultant set is going to be like 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. So this is how the union all operator works. Okay. And we have something like intersect. If I want to perform the intersect operation between two sets, so let me say A intersect B. This is the symbol for intersect in the mathematics, but we really don't use that symbol just for the intersect. Intersect means it will consider two sets, which is here in this case it is A and B. Okay, it will try to identify the common value in the set A as well as in the set B. What is the common value that you have in both the sets? Okay, you have 30 as the common value. In the set A you have 30, the set B also you have 30. That common value will be considered by the intersect operator. So the output, the resultant set is going to have a value which is common in both A and B set. Okay, the last one is what? You have something like the minus operator, A minus B. You want to perform the minus operation between two sets A and B. Okay, so the output is going to be like, let us say A and B, you have the common value. Okay, see, in the A set you have 10 20 30. Okay, the B set you have 30 40 50. Okay, it will just try to consider the values that is there in the A but not in the B. Let me repeat, it will try to consider the value. If I do A minus B, it will consider all the values that is there in the A but not in the B. Okay, what are the values that is there in the A? 10 is the value that is there in the A but not in the B. Right? 20 is the value that is there in the A set but not in the B. But 30 is the value in the A set, but it is also in the B set. It will not be considered. Right? It is going to consider the value, only the values that are there in the A set, not in the B sets. So if I do this A minus B, the resultant value is going to be 10 20 only. Okay? When you see these values 10 20, these values are only exist. They are existed in the A set but not in the B set. I cannot take 30 because 30 is also there in B. I cannot take it. Right? But when I do the reverse operation, B minus A, when I do B minus A, okay, now the values that are in the B set should not be there in the A set. Only those value will be printed. If I take 30 is there in B, but it is also there in A. It will not be considered. Okay, when I take 40 is there in B but not in A. 40 will be considered. 50 is there in B, but not in A. 15 will be considered. 50 will be considered. So the resultant value is going to be what? 40, 50. Right. So this is the idea behind the set operators. So we will understand one by one in detail. Especially now we have understood this concept mathematically. The same concept will be applied in the Oracle SQL. Okay, but we will understand the sets in the form of tables. Here we have taken the direct values, but in Oracle SQL you will understand this in the form of tables. Instead of values, you take what? You take a table. That's it. Now let me go for the union operator. First one, union operator. Okay. Very simple. The union operator, what does it do? It combines the result set of two or more queries. The union operator combines the result sets two or more queries, removing duplicates. Okay. It returns the distinct rows. It returns the distinct rows. Rows from both the queries. Okay, so to understand this, in the SQL language, I want to take two tables, guys. Let me take this is table. This is one employee table. Okay, this one employee table, and let me take 3 rows. Okay, and this is another employee table. I am taken 2 tables. So this is like let us say that there is a company called ABC company. So the name of the company is what? ABC company. Company name ABC company. This ABC company, let us assume that it has 2 branches. One of the branches are there in Chennai. Okay, and the second branch is there in what? Hyderabad. Okay, there are some employees. Okay, let us say that the column name is, you have employee number, and you have something like employee name, right? You have something like salary, the salary information. And in the Hyderabad branch, the same column names that you are taking here: employee number, okay, employee name, and salary information. Right, so there are some informations like employee 1 is there, employee 2 is there, and employee 3 is there. Here also I am taking 3 rows: employee 1, employee 2, and employee 3. Okay, first employee name is what? Let me take X is employee name, Y is another employee name, and Z is the third employee name. And here the employee name is what? Again I am taking another employee. The first employee name was S, second employee name must P, the third employee name was Q. Their salary, let me take it as 1, 2, 3, some random numbers I'm taking. Okay, so it's not about the data that we are taking here, it's all about the concept that we are going to understand. 1, 2, 3. Now you see, it is sometimes there will be a situation. Okay, so there will be a team leader, there will be one employee. When I say one employee, there will be a team leader. This team leader can be common to both the branches. For example, if few employees are working in Chennai branch, right, and their team leader is going to be, say that the person AB. The person AB is the team leader of the employees who are working in the Chennai branch. Okay, let us say that person X. Okay, person X. And at the same time, the same person is also going to be the employee. Going to be the team leader of the employees who are working in the Hyderabad branch also. Okay. This one employee is common to both the locations, which means he works 15 days in a month in the Chennai branch, another 15 days he works in Hyderabad branch. So this ex-employee is going to be a common employee for the Chennai location. So ex-employee is common for the Chennai location and is also common for the Hyderabad location. Right? If you open the Chennai database, you see the name of the ex-employee, and if you open the Hyderabad database, you also see the name of the ex-employee, because he is a team leader. He is working, he's taken the team leader position for the Chennai employees as well as for the Hyderabad employees. 15 days. So one name is going to be there in two tables, right? And what you want to do, you want to perform the union operation, A union B. Okay, so I cannot perform the union operation directly. So by using the syntax, okay, in the Oracle SQL, the syntax is going to be, okay, so you do what? You take two select queries here. You take what? You take two select queries. Okay, let us say that select star from employees Chennai. So employee Chennai is the table name. Okay, select star from, let me take, instead of this, we take table 1. Okay, union all, union select star from table 2. Okay, now if you see, I am just using an operator called what? I am just using an union operator here. I'm directly using what? I'm directly using a union operator. Just now we have understood that the union operator is going to what? Combine two result, two sets, and the duplicates are eliminated. It is just going to do what? It is just going to combine two sets. And after combining the two sets, the duplicates are going to get eliminated. So this is the actual job of what? This is the actual job of the union operator, right? And to achieve this in Oracle SQL, you are going to use what? Two select queries. This is one select query, and this is another select query, and this is where the union operator is placed. So this is what? The union operator. Okay. To achieve this, you are using an union operator, and you are combining two select queries, select query 1 and select query 2. Okay, let us say that, okay, this is going to return the result R1. Let us say that this is going to return a result like R2. When you perform the union operation, okay, the result would be returned in such a way that the output is going to be what? R1, R2, R1 table and R2 table. Output is going to be what? R1, R2. Okay, whereas this R1 table and R2 table will not have what? It will not have the duplicates. Duplicates will be removed because you are using the union operator. Without duplicates, these two tables would be combined. Okay, if you want to imagine this further, okay, this is the table. This is the table 1, isn't it? This is the table 1, right? And this is the table 2. But the table 2 is not going to have the duplicate data. In this case, the duplicate data is what? The first row is first row of Chennai table and the first row of Hyderabad table. Okay, they are duplicates. So that will be removed, and the two tables will be combined together to form a single resultant set. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, let us do this practically for the better understanding. Well, let me open the editor. Okay, let me connect to the database. MyDB 7 AM. Okay, logged in successfully. Right, let me create, let me do this. Create table. Name of the table is employee Chennai. Okay, and I'm going to have three rows I want to keep. So employee number is the first row of integer type, right? And employee name is second row of Worker 2 type, let me take 20 here. Okay, and employee salary is a third row of what? The number type. Number type is, let me take 8,2. And salary type, floating point type, it should accept the floating point values also. Okay, employee table is created successfully. Okay, I want to add three rows I want to add. To add the information, insert into employee, insert into table name, where the values are going to be what? Employee ID 101. Okay, employee name Suresh. Okay, employee salary 1,000 rupees. Okay, one row created. Let me create 2 more rows. 102 Ramesh, salary 2,000. 103 Vignesh, salary 3,000. Okay, 3 rows are created. Let me commit. I want to store this in the database. So successfully committed. Okay, now if I use the select query, select star from employee underscore Chennai, you will get all the employee information who is working in the Chennai location. Okay, and I want to create another table, and the second table is going to be same like the first table, which is going to when I say same like the first table, it is going to have the same number of columns, and each and every column is also going to have the same data type, because you are representing the employee table, but the only change is the branch locations are different, but all the data that you are going to store is going to be similar like the data that is already there. I mean, when I say data, the column types I am talking about, the data types of the columns I am talking about, and the values that you are going to store that I am talking about. Okay, so employee Hyderabad, another table of employee Hyderabad. I want to insert values here. Okay, and let me take the same thing. Instead of Chennai, let me say Hyderabad. Instead of, okay, first value I'm going to keep the same value, because let us say that Suresh is the team leader, is working 15 days in Chennai and another 15 days in Hyderabad. So we will keep the same details. Okay, and the second one is what? Let us say there is another employee like 105 Rakesh. His salary is 3,000. Next value is Mukesh. Yes, and his salary is something like 6,000. Okay, commit. Now you see I have two tables now. Let me retrieve the data. Let me show that for you. Select star from Chennai employees and select star from Hyderabad employee. Hyderabad. Okay, now I want to perform the union operation. I want to use the union operator between these two tables. So go back to the theory and see what does the union operator says. The union operator combines the result sets of two or more queries, or I can specifically be like two or more select queries. Select queries. I'm being very specific. Two or more select queries. So let me take the first select query as select star from employee underscore Chennai. Okay, this first select query using the union operator followed by select star from employee Hyderabad. Okay, first select query, second select query. Right now you see, you are able to see the resultant table, resultant set. Okay, and it has no duplicates. It has no what? It has no duplicates, right? And also, if you make another observation, okay? Now you see, this is our actual data. Make some observation here. Okay, you are able to see some values. That is fine. Okay, and from these values you got to know that the duplicate is eliminated. Okay, so the duplicate data is eliminated. Take another table here. Now you see what has happened, just happened. Okay, you are able to see only the duplicates, but there are few more things that you need to observe here. Okay, some observation is required here. It's not only about the duplicate data or duplicate row is getting removed. Okay, the other observation that we have to make is like by looking at the output, we will analyze table 1 data, and this is what? This is table 2 data. Okay, table 1, table 2. Okay, this is the result of a select query, Chennai, select star from employee. This is the result of what? Another select query, select star from Hyderabad employee. Okay, and after doing this too, you got the, after performing the union operation, you got this as a resultant. Okay. Now we focus. So you know that this is a duplicate. Suresh is a duplicate. First time, the union operator will just return, will just add Suresh directly, will add Ramesh directly, and it will add Vignesh directly. Okay. And next, in the next table, since you have used the union operator, it is going to do what? It is going to consider this is a duplicate, and this will not be added. Okay. And if you see, the value Rakesh is here. The value Rakesh is here, and the value Mukesh is here. But if you see the result, okay, result is like Mukesh and Rakesh. Yeah, always remember, it will give priority to the what? It will give priority in the form of ascending order. This gets sorted, okay? The row gets sorted in such a way that it is getting sorted naturally. When I say naturally, natural ascending order. First, it will look at employee number. Both the employee numbers are same, isn't it? So there is no way to perform the sorting on the employee number since both are same. The next column is what? Employee name. So it sees Rakesh here and it sees Ramesh here. Right? So Rakesh and Mukesh here. So Mukesh is like when it's sorted, when you sort this Rakesh and Mukesh, definitely, right, it is going to consider the natural sorting order, which is ascending order. So Mukesh will be coming before Rakesh. Right, making sense? It is respect to the individual table. It is respect to the individual table. Right? It happens only, right, when the second row is getting added, like this is the first row result and this is the second row result. Okay? It happens while adding the second row. That is second observation. Right? And the third observation that we can make is, always remember, so whenever we are doing the union operator, we need to keep few things in the memory. The columns must have the same data type. Okay? You can take any column name. You can take the first column, table column name. Column names can be anything. The columns names can be anything. Okay, when you talk about the data type has to be same. Instead of employee number, you can use employee a different name here. You can use different name here. It will not look for the column names matching. It will look for the data types matching. Data type must be same. So this is one of the points that you have to remember. Okay. The column names, the columns, or also I can say the columns must have the same data type. no matter if the names are different. It must have the same data type. Okay, and the result will contain, the result set will contain distinct values. This is a point that you have to consider. If you understand this, understanding the remaining operators are going to be very easy. What if I want to do? If I want to perform union all operator, okay, by definition, the union all operator says it combines two results of. It also combines the results of two or more queries. First thing, the union all operator combines the result of two or more queries. Okay, but it does not remove duplicates. That is the only difference. Okay, but it does not remove duplicates. Unlike in union operator, which is going to return you after removing the duplicates, but the union all operator will not remove the duplicates. Okay, it will keep the duplicates. So what is the how you can do this? Very simple. Okay, let me take the query one. Select star from employee. Okay, union or okay, and you have what? Another query. Select star from employee Hyderabad. Now you see, now look at the output of this result. Okay, we have just performed the union all operation. Now if you see the result, you know, the Suresh, okay, which is a duplicate, is also getting repeated here. The Suresh, which is also a duplicate, is also getting removed here. But there is no shuffling here. There is no shuffling here because since the data is already intact in the second table, this data is already intact. If there are any minor changes, okay, if there are any minor changes like in the union operator, if this data is removed, if you use union operator, this is going to be removed. It will be removed, right? When there is any removal, the resultant rows, okay, will be arranged in the sorted order. Since you don't see anything like the data is getting removed, the output is going to be like what? R1 and R2. R1 followed by R2. This is the result of R1. This is the result of R2. This is going to be just like that. But when you go back and see for the union operation, okay, in the R2 table, okay, in the R2 table, there are some changes. Okay, the Suresh data is getting eliminated. Because of this elimination, the remaining rows will be like, you know, they need to get arranged in such a way that they will be arranged by using the sorted order, natural sorting order. Over here there are no changes. That's why even the output is just like directly combining the result queries of two inputs. That's why the output is not sorted here. I mean, you don't see the things that you saw here. Here it says Mukesh followed by Rakesh, but here it is same like Rakesh Mukesh because there are no changes here. I hope you are able to understand this, right? So the query will return all the employees, okay, and you need to consider some points here. What are the points? If someone is asking you which one is faster, union is faster or union all is faster, I would say that union all is faster than union operator, since it does not have to check for the duplicate. Since it does not have to check for the duplicates. If any row appears two times, in both the tables. Or else I can say that if same row appear in both the tables, they will appear 2 times in the results. Yeah, this is the functionality of what? This is the functionality of the union all, which is faster than union. So the third one is what? Third one we have intersect. We have an operator like intersect. Intersect here. So what is the purpose of intersect? Intersect operator returns only the rows that are common to both the queries. The intersect operator returns only the rows that are common to both the queries. So very simple. Okay. Select star from first query I am taking. Select star from employee Chennai. Okay. Select star from employee. Okay. And what you are trying to do is select star from employee Chennai. Intersect. Okay. Intersect. Select star from employee Hyderabad. Okay. The common data between two tables, the common rows between two tables, okay, is going to get see, Suresh is a common row here and Suresh is a common row. It is going to get retrieved. The common rows will be retrieved from two select queries when you use what? When you use the intersect operator. Okay. So no need much explanation is not required for this. Common rows are going to get returned. Right? And what are the next operator we have? We have minus operator here. Okay, what are the points that we can remember for this intersect operator? Okay, the points are like the resultant contains only the rows that appear in both the queries. The first point which we have just discussed. And to remember the result row. The result contains only the rows that appear in both queries. The column must be the same in both queries. Okay, next one is what? Next one is so when I say column must be same in the both queries, I am talking about the data types. Okay, the data type of all the data types of the table 1, all the columns of the table 1, and data types of all the columns of the table 1 and the data types of all the columns of this table 2 must be same. Okay, the names can be different. Okay, the last operator we have is what? The minus operator. The minus operator is just like it returns rows from the first query that do not exist in the second query. It returns rows from the first query that does not exist in the second query. Okay, very simple. Let me perform the minus operator here. You will just see the result. Okay, this is the employee information of Chennai. Suresh will be there, Ramesh will be there, Vignesh will be there, right? But when you take Suresh, Ramesh and Vignesh, Suresh is also there in Hyderabad table. Okay, that will not be considered. That is what this statement says. It returns rows from the first query that does not exist in the second query. Okay, the first query Suresh is there and Suresh is also there in the second table, right? This will not be considered. Okay, only Ramesh and Vignesh will be what will be retrieved and given to us. Right? It will consider only the employee Chennai here. I mean, table of employee Chennai minus table of employee Hyderabad. We will consider what? We consider the data. If it there, it should only be there in the Chennai table. The common data in both the tables should not be there. Common data in both the tables will be removed. That way, during the retrieval, you will be seeing output like this. Ramesh information will be there and Vignesh will be information will be there. If I do the opposite, if I say select star from employee Hyderabad minus select star from employee Chennai. If I do this, now what is the first table that I'm using here? Employee Hyderabad table I'm using here. We'll consider only the row data that is existed only in the Hyderabad table, not in the Chennai table. Means the Suresh is existed in both Hyderabad as well as Chennai. It will not be taken, it will not be retired, it will be removed. Remaining data is like Rakesh and Mukesh will be given to us. Let me run this query. Mukesh and Rakesh. So now you see the moment if you are trying to remove something, okay, the data, the rows are getting affected in such a way that it is getting sorted. If you don't remove it, no issues, but if you're removing it, it is going to get what? It is going to get sorted. You may ask me why this is not sorted, because it is already sorted, right? So this is the only difference between the minus operator. If you perform the minus operation on the tables, you will get this, right? And what are the points that you can remember on this minus operator? You can say that it returns the difference between the two sets. First point. Difference between the two sets. So in the first data, but not the second data. Like intersect, the columns must be. Okay, now you see what would happen if I try to do the other way. When I say the other way, right, let me clear the screen. Okay, let me select the table, select star from employee, Chennai, select star from employee Hyderabad, from employee Hyderabad. Okay, what I want to do, select star, okay, employee, or select employee number, employee name from employee Chennai. Okay, if I do minus select star from employee name, employee salary from employee. Now if you see this query, okay, I'm using employee number here, employee name here from employee MP Chennai, minus select star from, I am using what? A different set of columns. Okay, employee name and employee salary I am taking, okay, from MP Hyderabad. right? You cannot do like this. Okay, if you want to ensure that this is working, employee number, employee name, something. It is not related to that mistake. It is some other mistake, I think. From employee.
No, we want to delete.
What?
Select star.
Okay.
Select star.
Okay, correct. If we take e-salary.
The promotion.
Correct. Okay, now it says the expression must have the same data type as the corresponding expression. So this is one of the errors that you get. Okay, employee number, employee name. If you mismatch the columns, employee number, employee salary. So here the name of the column is there. Here you are using the salary column. There is a mismatch in column. When I say mismatch in column, it is not about the column name mismatch. It's all about the data type mismatch. Okay, it is talking about the data expression must have the same data type. No matter, you can keep a different column in the future. Instead of E and O, you can say employee number. Instead of E name, you can completely use like employees name, something like a different name can be there, but the data types must be what? The data types must be same. Okay, and if you are just changing the column name, it is not like it will not understand this as the column names are changed. Okay, it will understand this like the data types are invalid. Okay, when I do this, when I do this, we'll check these two columns, employee number and employee name, and here it will check these two columns, employee number and employee salary. It's not worried about the names, it's worried about the data types. We'll check the data type of employee number, which is integer. We'll check the data type of employee name, which is varchar2. Okay, here it will check the employee number, which is integer. We'll check the salary name, which is what? ESAL. The data type of ESAL is what? The number. There is a mismatch in the data types, right? So if you look at the order, integer varchar2, integer number. So that is why it is giving error. It is not because of that you have given the, it is not checking the column names actually. Behind the scenes, column name checking is not happening. The data type of the column names are being checked behind the scenes. Okay, that's why that is what expression must have the same data type as the corresponding expression. Since this is the corresponding expression, the actual expression must have the same data type. It is applicable for all the operators above, which I have just explained. Right? Or else if you want to get information like select employee name, you just want to select the employee name from the Chennai table. Okay, union all, select employee name from Hyderabad table. Yeah, I'm using select query. Select employee name from Chennai table. Select employee name for Hyderabad table by using union all operator. Okay, now I will get only the employee information. Okay, I can do the same thing. If I want to retrieve the specific employee, only the names of the employee I can do and retrieve by using union also. Union means the the data gets, the columns get the duplicates gets eliminated, right? And also you can do minus also here. Minus 1 minute. Minus. Okay, you can also do intersect. right? So these are all about the union operators, and you'll be using these union operators in the in the future classes also. So this is just the basic idea about the union operators. So the next operator is what? You have something like the in operator. Okay, in operator. Okay, this in operator is very very easy. There are some cases where you will be using this in operator. It is used to filter the result set based on whether a column's value matches any value in the specified list. Column value matches any values based on the specified list. Okay, it is just like, okay, in short, and it is just like, instead of using multiple OR operator, if you want to use multiple OR operator, you want to avoid using multiple OR operators, you can use what? You can use in. To avoid using multiple OR operators, you can use in. What does it really mean? Actually, what is the purpose of in operator? Okay, very simple. Let me take an example, like let me give you the syntax. The syntax, I want to filter the values. I want to filter only values. It is like I will be just giving the value information. Based upon the given value information, the rows will be retrieved. For example, if I want to select a column name from, how to select a particular column name from table name. This column name can be anything. Okay, table name can be anything, and this column name can be anything. Okay, I'm using the select query. I'm using the var clause. Okay, I want to specify what? I want to specify the column in column name in value 1 comma value and goes on. You can have any number of values here. Okay, I am just using the in operator here. Okay, I am using the select query. I am selecting a particular column name. Okay, I am placing a condition on that column name. I want to retrieve data of value 1 and value 2. If the value 1 and value 2 are there in the respective column, okay, that row has to be retrieved. That row data has to be what? That row data has to be retrieved. Right? So let us understand this clear. Okay. We have the employee table. Select star from employee. Okay, let me set the page. Set page size 100. Set line. Okay. Select star from employee. So we have the employee information. Right? I want to list out all the employees. For example, let me say that select EMP number from employee table, where I want to do what? Where I want to do EMP, where employee column in. Okay, so I want to define the values. Okay, so I want to get the employee information of whose employee numbers are 3, 7 and 10. So I will be using here 3, 7 and 10. Right? Now all the employee numbers, who are what 3, 7, and 10 will be displayed. The data will be retrieved. Okay, in order to retrieve the complete data, instead of using the employee number, I will be using what? I will be using the star. Okay, if I use the star, now see what will happen. You have 3. It will check for the employee number whose employee number is 3. Okay, 3 is there. Data will be retrieved. It will check for the employee number 7. 7 employee number is there. This complete data will be retrieved. We'll check for the employee number 10. 10 employee number is there. Their complete data will be retrieved. Okay? You get this data. Okay? It is just like in place of OR query, you will be using this. You will place the values directly, and based upon the given value, the respective row data will be retrieved. For example, if you are placing something like 11 here, 3, 7, 11. If I run this, okay, and 3 is there, true, that will be returned. 7 is there, that is also true, that will be returned. But if you see the employee number 11, employee number 11 is not there. So output, that will not be considered. That will be treated as what? That will be treated as what? False condition. Okay, like this you have another operator like not in operator is also. So this is the in operator. The in operator is just like, it is very, very specific, where you will pass the values and you will mention the column name. That if that value matches, the complete row data will be retrieved. This is the complete row data because you want to select all the columns. That's why all the column information is getting retrieved. You can choose the specific columns also if you want. Okay, this is all about what? This is all about the in operator. Okay, and there is another operator like not in operator. Not in operator. It is just the opposite. It is just the what we call it as it is just the inverse of in operator. It is the inverse of in operator. Okay. When I say the inverse of in operator, now go back to here and you see, when I just say not in, instead of in, when I just say not in, right? So this 3, 7, 11 will not be considered. Apart from 3, apart from 7, apart from 11 is not there actually. 11 is not there. Right? Let me take something like 3, 7, and 10. Okay? Except for those employee numbers, the remaining details will be displayed. Not in means don't consider this value, except for these values, print the remaining values. So this is the only difference between the in and not in operator. So not in. Okay. And the next operator we have something like the between operator. This between operator, okay, it is very simple, but there are some cases that we need to understand on this between operator. You can specify the values between a particular range. You will take the range, you will consider the range, you will find the data by considering this range. So those rows will be retrieved actually. For example, if you find the list of employees whose salary is between 50,000 to 70,000, you can do that.